Jeffrey spends another hour of his time searching up guides on YouTube about how to make money on video games. Hour by hour, day by day. God damn, Jeffrey. He's racked up thousands of hours on these games. And not only that, he's also racked up invisible hours on YouTube and Twitch watching more about these video games. Imagine if he put just a fraction of that time into real life. And yet Jeffrey says that he plays video games for just 1 hour a day. Do not be like Jeffrey, crackhead. Adonis sees the young men of today consumed by the virtual world. It's so strange. He looks at them and just thinks, why don't these young men just go out into nature? Why don't they go out into the real world? They want a sense of exploration. Well, you can have a better adventure outside. They want a sense of brotherhood and status. Well, why don't you create a group of friends who challenge each other? This is actually making me really sad, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel like crap f***ing hell. It's interesting, I was gonna continue like the Adonis section of this video, and I kind of visualized like this generation of young men who have been so consumed by video games, and I kind of like saw the pain, the addiction in literally millions of men who have replaced the real world with the virtual world. I did that for so long, and I remember the process of trying to stop playing video games when, you know, you first kind of discover that concept of like, okay, stop playing video games, start like leveling up in real life. And I remember it being so fucking heartbreaking and just hard, because it's a really negative cycle. At first, video games are nothing but just pure bliss and enjoyment and challenge and exciting. You find a game that you really like when you're young, and your parents let you play for like 1 hour a day, and that's healthy, that's fine. But as you get older and older and you have more responsibility of yourself and more control over your computer and the internet usage that you have in your house, you begin to play for longer and longer, and that's when your real world suffers and you then escape into the virtual world. That's when your friendship group isn't really great and you're not really getting success with girls, and you see girls like, you know, dating some other guy in your high school or your college. In real life, you're not getting the grades that you want in school or the performance that you think you can get in work, but you're leveling up in the video games, so you have a sense of satisfaction from that. And so then you go deeper and deeper into that hole. It's so weird, like I'm just getting so close to this like scary like feeling of like visualizing hordes, millions of men just being sat on their computers, and that's so sad. It's so sad that, like, I know this is gonna sound cringe and gay and everything, but it's like, it's so sad that they can't see the beauty of the world. I remember when I officially like stopped playing video games in May 2020, when, you know, I really transformed my life. I moved back home to my parents' house, and I've not played 1 second of video games since then. And I remember I used to like look at the world in awe. I'd been meditating more, and I had the two things that really helped was meditation and gratitude journaling, and them two combined with, like, you know, the dopamine effects, the scientific bro science type of like not playing video games anymore. I remember I would literally go outside and like look at trees in awe, and I would like look at a leaf and be like, what the how have I never even like paid attention to this before? Everyone thinks I'm joking when I say like go outside and like touch some grass and like look at leaves. Bro, no, I'm not. That saved my life. I'm telling you right now that the more you go outside and the more you look at trees, the more that you like pick out your favorite leaf, I'm telling you right now that the majority of your problems will begin to disappear. And I know that you probably think that that's stupid advice, and that no, I'm not being sensitive to your real issues because you've definitely got depression and that, you know, your life is so bad. I guarantee you right now that the more you do that, you'll see a linear correlation with how good you feel. I'm still taken aback. Like yesterday, I just spent some time in my back garden, and we had like the rabbits playing outside. Me and my sister were just like chilling, listening to music and talking, and I was just taken aback every single time I'd see like the sunlight just glistening off something like a tree or just like the wooden fence. And I can't believe I spent most of my life ignoring the beauty of the world because I was just so consumed by video games. And people say to me, their excuse is, okay, 1 hour of video games isn't bad. The reason why I disagree, and the reason why I think 1 hour of video games will ruin your life is mainly because of the compound effect. Because 1 hour of video games today means 4 hours next year, and that means 6 hours, 10 hours the year after that. It means 12-hour gaming days. 1 hour of video games today means 1 hour of playing, but you're also doing another 2 hours of watching on Twitch and YouTube highlights. Chances are, if you're a video gamer, you've watched videos which have a similar title to this, like Runescape Green Dragon 500k an hour killing guide, RuneScape quest guide and all that. You've watched shit like this, and you know, it blew my mind once when I really thought about this. I used to be a young man who would come to my computer to learn, and I would learn how to make money in a game instead of real life. And that makes me so proud of you, because by watching videos like this, and I'm not, you know, my videos aren't like amazing or anything, but you've slowly been introducing yourself to the idea of self-improvement and actually doing things in real life. That's a big step forward. You used to research games, bro. Like, you used to research how to level up in games, and now you're researching how to level up in real life. You should feel proud of yourself. Scroll down right now and click on the share button underneath this video. Send this video over to a Jeffrey friend who plays video games, and it might help him. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.